What's up, y'all? We are back. This is episode 10 of the Colorado Rockies Out of the Park Baseball Series in um, 2026 now. We are coming off of our playoff exit. We got swept in the NLDS by the Cincinnati Reds. So, to the offseason we go. I've already done a couple of things. I went and, I just went through the arbitration stuff. The finances are all screwed up still. I don't know if they picked patched in the most recent patch, but um, essentially, this money that I should have available is not available. It's saying I have none. This is not. I'm not the first person to have this problem, but basically, it doesn't allow me to offer Senga a contract or Tovar a contract. So, um, we're gonna have to go. Well, there is one workaround that I kind of found. I can drop all these down to like zero, essentially, and then I think we'll have money for this. Yeah, but even then, it's like we have really $9 million left. Like, all right, I guess. So I guess that's a workaround we can do. All right, cool, that works. Okay, and then we can boost these up again, up to like whatever 15. I lowered them down to try to get that to work. Okay, well, we can play with that later. So, on to the offseason we go. So, we're offering all of these guys contracts. Lang wants almost $8 million, which is tough, but he is my best reliever. He's the perfect, stopper at the end. I don't really want to have a traditional closer in this iteration of my rotation and my pitching staff. So, he's kind of that perfect role there. Max Meyer wants quite a bit of money, 3.8 mil, but he was really good for us, and he kind of proved he can pitch in this park, and he's like the perfect swing man for me, basically. He can pitch out of the rotation or out of the pen, so happy with that. Rodriguez, good for him. He's going to get a nice deal in free agency. That won't be from me though, but he really ended with a bang after one disappointing year, and then a really solid one this year. Hernandez, I'm going to let go. I really like his profile, but he had a really tough season. I think we have internal options. Grisham will be on his way out. I loved him out in center field, but the bat was just not cutting it. The 70 WRC plus. We have some guys now, and then Beeks will also hit free agency. He didn't want too much money. It's possible we bring him back, but for now we're gonna roll it with this. So we will. Also update. Dan Reinwald, who we took fourth overall this year, has moved up to the number 7 prospect in baseball. I don't know if he was ranked before. This is the first update since he signed, I guess. So he slots in at number 7. Really cool. I had him start 5 games in rookie ball and then 3 games in A. So he'll start in high A. I could have him pitching my MLB rotation next season at some point. I could definitely imagine. So he actually might even start in double A. I'm not sure. I'll put him in high A for now, but fast track to the majors, basically. Braden Holcomb, who we took in the first round supplemental pick, he slots in at number 41. A bit of a disappointing year in high A, but, the ratings are coming along. We'll move him up to double A this year, a year at a time. And is he Rule 5 eligible? He's not, so that's good. I think we have one more year with that. And then Jorge Bautista, Scouting Discovery. This was last year at the beginning of the year. Really nice player. I don't know where he plays defensively, but you make it work with this bat. So, exciting, but 18 years old. He'll be in, what do you call it? I'm going to assign him to my club. The lowest minor league system, whatever. And then, we have a couple other top 100 guys. Alex Philpott, 18th round pick in 2023. This is why I throw darts at these high school guys, essentially. Because, once in a while you have a guy that kind of pops up, and they're really young and they can still develop. I don't know if he's long for my team. He has a low movement, extreme fly ball, but a really good trade asset at the very least. Erminio Toto, who I'm really excited for. He was my international guy last offseason. He was pretty good in the Dominican League. I sent him to my other minor league team just to get him some other looks against some probably better pitchers, and he struggled mightily there. So um, he'll be down in rookie ball again next year, I would guess. And then Miguel Bleis, we've seen him. Cody Schreier, ready for the majors. He could have a chance at cracking my starting lineup. Maybe as a utility guy. We'll see. Connor Griffin, who we took first overall in 2024, down in A-ball, 40% strikeout rate. This is why I don't take high school guys, hitters, but there was no one else there first overall in this particular draft, so I just kind of worked out like this. But, I mean, he's still only 20. There's a chance he can develop. And then besides that, we've kind of gone over these guys. Michael James, I guess, is interesting. He was really good in AAA. Another guy who has a chance to crack my roster as a utility guy. Okay, so plan for the offseason. What do we need? So the rotation looks pretty good. I don't know if Suarez will be here, but I think we have 4 good starters. I mean, really only 2 of these guys are starters. In Witt and Senga, but Max Meyer and Gavin Stone can play that same role that they did last year. So maybe just a legit 3 starter. No, because I don't want too many of these guys that are, kind of stretched out as starters. It's just not good for the bullpen, and you kind of have to stagger when they pitch so you don't blow it out. But besides that, I think the bullpen looks pretty solid coming into next year, and yeah, so maybe just a starter. Lineup looks good. There was a weird thing that happened in the automatic evolution. The NL got rid of the DH. I was thinking about letting it ride out, but I think that's stupid. So we're gonna put the DH back in. I'll override that one. But Brenton Doyle will be gone. He just wanted, I think it was 2.2 mil in arbitration, 2 mil in arbitration. And coming off a rough year, we have some guys that can replace him. It's gonna be sad to see him go, but yeah, he'll be on his way out. And then Vasquez will be on his way out as well. So the hitting looks fine. I'm not worried about this at all. And okay, so we will sim up to the next event, probably awards, or maybe something happens. We'll come back and update just a bit. All right, so we are at the free agent filing phase, but really quickly, let's go through some awards. Where are we starting? Gold Glove. Here's the AL. NL, we didn't have any. Oh, I'm just kidding. I must have just really glanced through this. Drew Romo wins at catcher, and Chris Bryant over at first base. Is that Bryant's second at first? Oh, he had one in the left. That's what it was. So moving forward to reliever of the year, Jose Alvarado wins in the AL. In the NL, Edwin Diaz wins, but Alex Lang a very close second. 10 first place votes. Yeah, sensational season from him, throwing 106 innings in relief. None of our other guys. NL or AL Silver Slugger. Here it is. And then NL Silver Slugger, we had Jackson Churio and Zach Veen winning in the corner outfield spots. Rookie of the Year, we didn't have anyone. And then top manager, we did not win. Rocco Baldelli won in the AL, and Derek Shelton in the NL for the Pirates. Ricky Tiedemann, one of the top prospects in real life, wins AL Cy Young, and Aaron Nola wins in the NL. Kodai Senga finishes 5th for both us and the Mets. Aaron Judge won MVP, and Zach Veen, your unanimous MVP. Jackson Churio, second place by a good margin over Noel V. Marte. And then down the ballot, McMahon is actually our next guy, finishing maybe 10th down here. Tovar just a couple spots behind him. Chris Bryant got some votes. So overall, a great season for us in the awards categories. Zach Veen, first MVP. Hopefully one of, a few more to come. Led the league in WRC+, 9.7 WAR. Incredible season. So we moved to the free agent filing period. So we don't have a ton of money to spend. Really none. I really shouldn't even be offering this. Because all that money I believe, is yeah, we have nothing allocated to the draft and none to the international. So I need to leave like 13 million open, which at this point we're not. So we have about 8 open. So options for clearing up that space where Chris Bryant actually only has 2 years left. This has been a fine contract. I mean, I wouldn't give it to him in real life, but he's worked out just fine. I don't think I'm going to trade him, but um, we're happy with him making $26 million, I guess. Tovar up after next season. I don't think I'll move him. Senga, we're not going to move. But our fourth biggest salary, Ryan McMahon, making $16 million. I mean, coming off of an amazing season, 120 WRC plus, 4.7 WAR, playing a really good third base. But he's a free agent after next year. I don't think I'm able to bring him back. This may be a guy I look to move at some point this offseason, or maybe at the deadline, or maybe at draft time to be able to open up that salary. I mean, he's been really solid for us. But we have some guys coming up, as we'll highlight here. Mike James, who isn't the flashiest guy, but he has a really good eye, really good home run power. Raked in AAA, and he's a third baseman, maybe not even that. But that's his home. Brent Bauckham, who we took in the second overall in 2025, another guy who's probably more of a second baseman, not really a third baseman, but we're excited about him. He's hit really well throughout the minor leagues. Cody Schreier, who I'm going to get some time at third base, another guy we want to get some at-bats to. And then, I guess DeMartini down here. I wouldn't play him at third. And then our number 41 prospect in baseball, Braden Holcomb, down in high A. I'll probably start him there next year, but, he's about a year and a half away probably from reaching the majors. But we have a lot of infielders, basically, and I think, like, some combination of Schreier, James, and Bauckham can get us, like, almost to Ryan McMahon. And we need to, like, get some money, like, available. So it is possible to dump all of his salary, but I'm kind of intrigued by... I don't think I'm going to do this, but I was able to find, like, a trade where we're actually able to make out pretty good. Oops, I took out... Where the heck is he? Oh my god, McMahon, here we go. So this trade would improve our money by $7.8 million. Actually, I can get more. Okay, so I get to meet 50% of this. So I can basically get $10.5 million, get Dansby Swanson, who I've been eyeing down this entire save as my future shortstop, but, it probably won't work out. I give up Adames, Amador. It's really not much of a package. Like, Amador's a nice player. Cobb's a guy without a position. We talked about him. And Phil Pott isn't really built for my park. And then we throw in McMahon as like a salary thing. But, I mean, this is a lot to give up for a guy we're going to have to pay $13.5 million and then, close to $13 million for the next 3 years as a 32-year-old. I love the 75 range. He's hit really well. But, it's a really steep trade to have to give up, a ton of good assets. So I might sit on that. But, the McMahon thing will probably have to happen this offseason, unfortunately, just by nature. Unless we get a bunch of under-slot guys in the draft or something. But, maybe our owner will give us a boost this offseason to our budget, and we'll be able to work something out like that. Yeah, we'll check in on that. But so far in the offseason, I have 2 offers out. Way lesser known guys. So Jake Eater is one of them. I kind of like this profile quite a bit, so I'll bring him in. He'll compete for that 5th starter / long relief spot. And then Lucas Jacobson, who I also really liked, is an extreme ground baller, lefty. I don't think we have like a good lefty. I mean, Olivares is fine. He's out of options, so I'll have to make the team. But, I mean, similar build to him, I suppose. And then there were a lot of good international free agents. So this guy, Tatishi, call him that. Love this build. Line drive hitter, 80 speed, 75 range. I know I did something similar to this in the offseason. I don't really love signing all of these guys. It feels a little cheesy. So let me look at this. So there were like a couple of guys here. So Tatishi was one of them. Amai is another one. Really nice player, 22 years old. And then Luis Mendoza, who I also really liked. More of a bat first guy, but a really good right fielder. So I think I'm going to limit myself to getting one of these guys. It feels cheesy to just give all these guys minor league free agent deals and kind of game the system that way and get these guys like I kind of did last year. I might not even sign any of them just because I don't know. It does feel cheesy. So I'm actually going to withdraw both of these offers. Just for gamesmanship, I guess. Giving the AI a chance. So. We still need that starter, but hopefully that's Eater. But we could fill in that spot other ways, I think. And also, I just realized, I should announce that Jose Mosquera, our AAA manager last year, we named him our manager this season. We moved on from, I can't remember who our old manager was. I really don't pay attention to it. But we promoted him to our main manager. We got a new hitting coach, Joey DeMonte. I think, did we promote him as well? No, we just signed him. Then we made some internal promotions. I still have to sign a couple more guys, but I can do that off camera. So we'll be back, next update, maybe Rule 5 draft or winter meetings. Maybe we'll have a move to announce at that point. So, yeah, we'll return to that. All right, so here at the Rule 5 draft, and Michael Toglia actually went number 1. I took him off my 40-man this year. Just, because I didn't want to pay him to kind of probably never make the majors again, unfortunately. He bursted on the scene with us in 2023, and it was awesome. 2024 was a bit of, the same, even better. Then he got hurt, didn't come back the same, and then could never really make his spot on this roster again. So, good luck to him in Nashville. I hope he does well, honestly, because, he was a fun player at the beginning of the saving. Gave us some excitement at the beginning. So, the guy I'm going to select is Wyatt Langford. If you follow MLB drafts at all, this dude, some people project him to maybe go number 1. More realistically, top 5, but insane power. Formerly a top 40 prospect in baseball. I got a big signing bonus from Oakland in this version of the game. Went number 6, and, has struggled to get above A ball or double A, up to triple A. But, I want to give him a chance because I actually like his profile a lot. He has big power in real life, pretty good power here. And, just a fun player to add to the team. So, actually, I have no 40-man spots, so don't usually like doing this. Yeah, I had to add a bunch of guys. So, like, Jackson Cox, one of the guys that I was almost going to leave him free was Derek Bernard. But I decided to add him to the 40. But, he's an A-ball. It's going to be tough to get him on this team at any point. But another guy, Brian Bethencourt, added him. So we need to free up a spot. Should have just left Bernard unprotected, but that was probably a mistake looking back. But okay, so we did sign Jake Eater, by the way. Gervais, maybe? He's a good leader, like him. Oliveras is out of options. I could probably pass him through waivers, but I don't really want to risk that. Oh, this is tough. Okay, so probably none of these hitters. Okay, it'll have to be a pitcher then. So, all right, I think I'm going to try to deal Olivares to open up a 40-man spot. He's not really good enough, I don't think. I mean, he could probably pitch, but, the walk rate's going to be insane. Does have good stamina. Let me see if I can get any, prospects in return. The guy doesn't need to be on the 40, basically. If not, this guy's making 9.7 million. What the heck? Okay. Interesting. Anthony Hall, Wes Cath, Dario Lopez. You guys have options, but they have to be. Are they on the 40? This guy's not. Anthony Hall. Not a bad player. You know what? Let's. Hate doing this all on camera. Probably so boring. Benny Montgomery's probably a guy. Yeah, he's probably expendable at this point. I like him a lot. I think he'll pass their waivers. So we're going to do that and then select Langford. And we got to go down here a bit. Boom, Wyatt Langford. Draft him, and there you go. Our fans actually really like that, so that's good to see as well. So we'll continue the draft and autocomplete. I don't think I'm making another pick, so cool. There's a Rule 5 draft, and yeah, no really other moves to make. We don't have any money. Looks like our fan interest has gone way up. Season tickets, attendance, and revenue are all way up. So love seeing that. Might have to increase my ticket prices a bit more when that comes. But besides that, we'll probably, go up to the beginning of spring training or opening day. Maybe if there's an injury, we'll update before then. But this is probably close to the end of the offseason. I wish I had more overhauling moves to make, but this team's in good shape. At least for this year. Next year is going to be, we're losing a lot of guys after next season. So that'll be like where this really gets interesting. We free up all this money and we kind of take off from there. So we'll come back around opening day, spring training, somewhere in there. Okay, so big news. A league change was announced. Minimum service time increased to 7 years instead of 6. I think I'm gonna let this one ride out. I think it's more realistic if MLB was to make a change to actually move it back to 5 years or some kind of weird 6 years. But I don't know what that would be. But the 7 years increasing it seems a little weird, but also I don't know. It's something interesting, I guess. We get to keep our young guys a little bit longer. I mean, it's completely anti-player, which again, I don't think the uni would ever go for this, but I think I'm going to let it roll. It's something interesting to change up the save a little bit. So the preseason has just begun, and of course, our owner increases our budget after free agency is over. So now we have $24 million to spend. This will all go into development and scouting, of course. I'm going to go up to 18. I want to leave some left over. Seems like a good amount. So now we could actually go over slot on draft picks, which is cool. Probably also increase our ticket prices. This is all good stuff. One of our goals was to increase our attendance per game. Wow, we have a lot of things here. Okay, so our really high ones are increase in attendance to 41,000 a game. Maybe we keep the prices lower just to get to that. Improve fan interest. I don't know what they want us to get up to. We're at 64, though, so that's good. They want us to improve our international fines. Yeah, well, that's a long process, dude. And our draft record, which should be coming. Well, I think we'll have some draft picks coming up. I'm surprised Tanner Witt didn't have... Okay, I guess they're not counting him for some reason. He definitely was a draft pick, and he got 0.6 WAR, so... I don't know why that's not working. And they want us to improve our runs against, of course, but main takeaway is they increased our budget, so that's good. So we will move forward our preseason. So we'll be back in just a bit. Okay, so this is I forgot to update on this. Our international free agent signs. So we got this guy Oliver Cesena. Really like this build. 18 years old, so he's a little bit older. So potentially get to the majors faster. Although he's not really developed. 20 contact, 20 power, 20 avoid Ks, but excellent personality, high work ethic, high intelligence, high adaptability, and low greed. Potentially third baseman of the future for us. So welcome Oliver Cecina, and he's durable, so that's good. Some other guys we wound up getting were Alejandro Casilla. I should mention Cecina was like our entire. It was 5.5 million out of 6.3. So these guys were all like. This guy was 400,000. The other one is like 300, and the other one is I got him for 100,000. So I like Castillo. Good defense, decent bat. Could be something. Alvaro Caballo, potentially third baseman. Low work ethic, low intelligence. Don't love that, but he's a cheap guy that I can get with the rest of that money. And then Julio Rivera, like the defense. Who knows about the bat? But high work ethic, high intelligence. You never know. So, just a quick update. All right, so we're here at opening day, and this is what the roster looks like. No huge surprises on the hitting side. I guess Palma's our backup catcher. Had a really good spring, so he'll be in. Wyatt Langford does crack the team. Didn't have a great spring, but I'll give him a shot. Start the year. Worst case, we just release him. Besides that, nothing really surprising. Cal Mitchell on the squad. Okay, let's get rid of that. And then pitching wise, the rotation is as expected, except Jose Fleury, who I got in a trade with the Angels last year for Christopher Morel. This is 2 years ago, sorry. No, it was this year. Last year. And he looks pretty good. Had a good spring. So he will be my 4 starter. And I'm going to limit him to about 80 pitches a game. Of course, I have to go and do these all like manually, which is really annoying, but I'm going to do this for all these guys. Just to limit the amount of pitches they're throwing, so and limit their exposure like the third time around the lineup. So I'm going to have Senga start game 1, Meyer game 2, Witt, Fleury, Stone Fleury. Tyler Owens is my long man. Then we have some guys who can give length, like Cleveland, Olivares, even F. Ross to some extent. And then Gervais makes the team. Had a really good spring. And then Justin Lawrence and then Rodriguez and Lang in the back end. So, opening day here. Kodai Senga on the mound against San Francisco. And we lose 2-0 in 10 innings. Looks like it was a 2-run home run from Von Brown, nice player. Off of Alex Lang. Kodai Senga, a great start. Game 2, we'll go through the opening series. I kind of like this. Get a good look at the team. We lose 7-5 in game 2. Max Meyer gives us nothing on the pitching side. And then Owens, Cleveland, and Lang are good. Decent day for the offense. Tovar's 3 hits, 2 ribbies. McMahon looks like he had a 2-run double. So game 3, looking to take 1 out of 3 against San Francisco, and we lose, so we're swept in the opening series. That's not good. Tanner Witt looks like he gave up 5 unearned runs, along with 1 earned. Owens, Olivares, and F. Ross all get in the game. So not the way we want to start the season, but that will conclude the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you next time. Bye.